shaking. This is sound sultan. You're not even now. I'm not doing it. No shout too much. No shaking. We did. No shaking.
My name is Frank E.
That's my name. That's my game.
The greatest. I love listening to Elevator TV radio for undiluted, unadulterated. It's probably replicated, but still not yet duplicated. It's sports only on Elevator TV radio. I seriously love listening to it.
Hello, everybody. What's up, people? My name is Timmy Dakuro, and you're listening to Elevator TV radio. Stay tuned.
Elevator TV radio. Redefining broadcasting.
Party.
Listen.
Let's go. Let's go. All right, good morning and welcome to the Sports Buffet on Elevator TV radio. Yes, somebody says Sports Buffet. What do you mean? Well, I used to do mede, right? Pidgin English word for buffet. So now I do Sports Buffet. That's it. It's a buffet of sports. We talk about sports generally. But I didn't know that I would have to need to explain that to anybody. It was just very simple and easy to understand. Well, my name is Edafe Serge Gnabry, as you all know, and you love to come in the Elevator Winner Sports. And this is the Thursday edition. And like you know, Thursday and Fridays, anything and everything goes. So you can ask any question, you can say anything, don't insult anybody anyway, don't shut people down, don't bully anybody. But you can ask any question, whether you're listening via the mobile application, Elevator TV Radio on your Android phone, or you're listening on the website, www.elevatortv.com/radio, or you're streaming me live right now on Instagram, or you're watching live on YouTube. Anywhere you're watching from, you've got the right to join your question, join your comment, your opinion, your views, and let's have some fun. But beyond that, you can send me a message on WhatsApp. It is 07025000069. Unfortunately, you can't call, but all that and that. Here, let's have some fun. Yeah, Amadou, how you doing? You say, Boss Elevator One. I greet you too, bro. Okay, so let's start with the talking points that are available to us. There is plenty to talk about on the transfer, but I'm going to hold on to that a little bit and get the conversation going. Erik ten Hag is done responding to questions about Cristiano Ronaldo. So he was asked a question about Cristiano Ronaldo, what do you think, in Melbourne, in Australia? And he just said, see, we made a statement and nothing has changed. Erik ten Hag shut down question on Cristiano Ronaldo in Melbourne, with the Portuguese star still absent and his Old Trafford future uncertain. Now, when he didn't show up for the first few days of preseason, they said, oh, family issues, blah, blah, blah. But we all know that's a lie. That's a lie. Now, they've gone to Thailand. From Thailand, they've now moved to Melbourne in Australia. And bros have still not shown up. Not like he's caught up somewhere, he's sick or anything. He's got a private jet. He can fly if he wants to. He can zip line if he wants to. He can even enter a room, if you believe in the words of Prophet or Apostle Suleiman. He can go to the toilet in one airport and appear in Australia, another airport there, and then move on with his life. But unfortunately, even if he doesn't have visa, if you believe in the miracles of Apostle Suleiman, those can happen. But brother man is still not in camp. Now at this point, what do you think? Has Cristiano Ronaldo gone on strike? Is Cristiano Ronaldo damaging his legacy? Because Cristiano Ronaldo does not, like, if he ends up not doing preseason, that's one. And hypothetically, no club come for him. He would have to play for Manchester United. It does look like Manchester United is heading in the right direction from the friendly against Liverpool. It does look like they are heading in the right direction. How crazy would it be for Manchester United to go through the whole preseason and Cristiano Ronaldo does not kick a ball in preseason, does not show up, does not bond with his teammate, does not play with his teammate, and then the season starts and then you start giving Cristiano Ronaldo matches to play. And a lot of people will say, yes, but last season he didn't do preseason with Manchester United. He also did do preseason with Juventus. He came to Manchester United. He scored more goals than Manchester United. The question is, where did they end? Where did they end? Because that's very, very important in the conversation. The team without Cristiano Ronaldo ended in second. With him on the squad, they ended in sixth. So if you want to repeat that, if you're hoping to make progress, you should do something differently. So if you're saying, okay, let's have it the way it used to be, then it's going to be a problem. Okay, that's what I'm asking. Okay, Olanaru Barry says, hey, good morning from Chaitan. Okay, Chaitan is two ways. You're either in Chicago or you're in China. Where are you? Okay, two ways. Either in Chicago, Illinois, or China. Okay, we need new quality players, or otherwise there's no chance. Thomas Tuchel demands more Chelsea signings to follow for the £7.5 million Raheem Sterling and £34 million Kalidou Koulibaly, but says forwards are not the priority, so they need more players. And Raheem Sterling have started training with Chelsea. What a good business Man City have done. Okay, we always talk about, Pep Guardiola is spending money. But this time around, they've done very good business. First off, they bought the best striker on the planet for cheap. Okay, good morning, boss. Refresher. I don't understand. What's refresher? I don't understand. Well, now they sold Raheem Sterling for 47.5. They sold Gabriel Jesus for 45 plus. They are hopefully going to sell Bernardo Silva, but I don't think that's going to happen. Hopefully going to sell Bernardo Silva if push comes to shove, and a few other players here and there, and players from the academy as well. They pretty much made a lot of money, close to 200 million. If the transfer keep going the trajectory of the transfer keep going the way it's going, and I don't know if they spend up to 100 million. So this is good business eventually. Okay, the whole business is settling down. The project is different. That they can sell that much quality. And you know the funny thing, Man City doesn't even feel like, oh, we are selling to our competition. It's a little bit of arrogance, you know. Cristiano Ronaldo is offered £250 million mega deal to sign for Saudi Arabian club amid uncertainty over his Manchester United future, with the unnamed team putting up £105 million a year salary for 2 years, £25 million transfer fee, and a bonus for his agent. Then advise Cristiano Ronaldo, what do you think he should do? I know that Cristiano Ronaldo's greatest desire, I know that his greatest desire is to remain numero uno goal scorer in the Champions League. 15 goals between him and Lionel Messi. My memory serves me right. Let me check it. Would he take that money? That one is juicy. That money is juicy. That be okay. So you look at that money. Should he take it and go? Okay, it's more than that. It's 15 actually. 15 goals between him. Cristiano Ronaldo is on 140 goals. Lionel Messi is on 125 goals. Yeah, I know in that place for a team where Messi most likely will not be in front of the goals. But all he needs to change the conversation is to score 5 in the group stage. Messi scores 5 in the group stage. Every ball will be to Messi to score going forward. And I mean, Messi still have like a couple of seasons to play for Paris St-Germain. So let's look at it from this angle, that the Messi that can in one game score 5 goals, remember against Estonia, that still have the potential to score 5 goals in one game, that also still have the potential to go to the World Cup and win it. Now goes on. I don't know if Cristiano Ronaldo will go to Saudi Arabia anyway, but that's the offer on the table. I'm just telling you people. You are my community people, so I'm telling you people what's on ground. Okay, Cristiano Ronaldo is offered £250 million mega deal to sign for a Saudi Arabian club amid uncertainty over his Manchester United future, with the unnamed team putting up, and it could be what's it called? It could be Odio Gallo's club. It could be Odio Gallo's club. Okay, so Cristiano Ronaldo and Odio will play together. Okay, this is interesting. This is getting interesting. La 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 la. Ooh la la, according to my French people. This is getting very, very interesting. But what would you advise uh, uh, what would you juice brain? What would you advise Cristiano Ronaldo to do? That's one. Manchester United. The first question I ask, as a saying that Cristiano Ronaldo have not turned up in Thailand, in Australia, in Melbourne, Australia. If conditional, if he doesn't show up for preseason at all, and Manchester United with Erik ten Hag and his players get on to get a very good preseason, when the season starts, what would be the room for Cristiano Ronaldo to play? That is if he doesn't move, because it's looking like it's going to be almost impossible for any club in mainstream Europe to sign him. What he wants is a club that plays in the Champions League. Well, there is a slight opening at Chelsea, but I think that Chelsea signing him, that's another certificate for them to go out of the top four. So they might just swap with Manchester United or probably give Arsenal that back door to come in. And it's simple. Cristiano Ronaldo does not do well in a team where everybody is not playing on the same wavelength with him. So that's going to be a problem. But my question is, if he doesn't show up for preseason at all, and there's going to be that argument, oh, but it wasn't with Manchester United for last season's preseason and he scored more than everybody. And when people say that, and I just laugh. Manchester United were where when they signed Cristiano Ronaldo. Last season, they were second. When they signed him, they were in the top two brackets of the league alongside Tottenham Hotspur. By the time the season ends, they've gone to sixth. It doesn't really make sense. The overall result does not make sense. Does not add up. But having said that, though, let's look at this other flip side of the conversation. And the flip side of this conversation is that there is a deal in Saudi Arabia worth 250 million. Normally, the market price right now for Cristiano Ronaldo is 13.5 or say maximum 15 million. But this club is even willing to give Manchester United 25 million. And then they are willing to offer Cristiano Ronaldo for a year, a salary of £105 million a year. Okay, so should he just take this money and move on and get on with his life, or should he hang on? Okay, so I'm beginning to get the comments on Instagram, so let me take the comments straight away before they get too much. Amy Louis 9, he said that good morning, boss. What's your take on this current Man United team? Do you feel the Do you feel the addition the team is making will make things change in the team? They've not added them now. Until they add them, and there's nothing to see. Man United has been looking, apart from the Thailand, Malaysia, they've not added anybody. The other ones are coming from their youth team. Let's wait and see them add the players and then see how they blend first. For now, I still think that it's too early to predict how good they will. My jury is still out of them. I still think that they would have a poor season, and the whole system is already a making of a season that will not go well unless they find a way to chip out Cristiano Ronaldo and then move on. Precious K01 says, boss, what will you say about Chelsea new defender Kalidou Koulibaly? Not a bad defender, but 31. Well, that's how they also signed Thiago Silva and went on to win the Champions League with him. But they have not really done well in the league. So if you're looking at the league, I think this is another Varane that they're signing. This is another Varane, but let's wait. I think he's really done a whole lot, wearing himself. If this was a signing 3 years ago, I'll be excited and say, wow, I mean, this is a great signing. But at this time, signing him, I don't think, and that's the reason why it is easy. I mean, this is a player that's rated 3 seasons ago was rated 100 million, 2 seasons ago was rated 80 million. Now look at the price for him. That already tells you some stuff. But we'll see how it goes. I can't completely write him up because there is no basis. There is nothing that can make me write him up because he's been a very good defender for lowly. I mean, Napoli is an average team if you look at them compared to the other teams that they are competing with. But then he's been a mainstay for them. And 2 seasons now, the reason why Napoli didn't win the league is one because of Koulibaly's injury and Victor Osimhen's injury as well. So let's see how it goes. But I'm not really overexcited, jumping over the hills and say, they've signed a Virgil van Dijk kind of signing. I don't think so. Because it's a stopgap. It's a short solution, not a long-term one. Juice Brains said, I think Cristiano Ronaldo should just retire. No, Cristiano Ronaldo will not retire. There's too much money for him to agree to retire. Cristiano Ronaldo will play till he's 40. I know he will chase Zlatan. Saviki, he said, I will advise Cristiano Ronaldo to go to Saudi Arabia, but in mind, I know he would like to go because he likes to be in the center of the attraction where he's making headlines and get the attention. Well, if Cristiano Ronaldo go to Saudi Arabia, the headline will move to Saudi Arabia. I can guarantee you that one completely. That the headlines will, whoever is making the headline will go to Saudi Arabia. That is for sure. Just the same way Lionel Messi went to France with Neymar and Mbappe, the headlines is in France. Okay. So I think he said, went on to say, if he continue his no-show behavior, he should be ignored and move on without it. If he gets a club, he can go. If he did not, he should be disciplined. Okay, that's another thing because there are rules. There are rules of engagement. You are supposed to show up for preseason. That's a normal thing. Job have resumed. You cannot sit at home and be expecting to earn salaries and feel everything is good. Well, Marcus Rashford has scored a goal in preseason, so obviously it's not find his voice. Okay, Baba Amala, he has found his voice. Marcus Rashford says that Manchester United players are a lot fitter under Erik ten Hag. How many days I don't train? As the striker tries to hit the ground running ahead of the new season, having scored just 5 times in the last season. Okay, just present or start his own home club, okay, and just let the people that really want to play do their thing. Ishakara is not too much, okay, and then he send us a Instagram link that we cannot view right now. Okay, Precious Semenikable01, he said Man United should not be over happy. It's just friendlies. Okay, Rashford, I hope you are hearing because the way you're saying it is strange. Okay, and then there's this headline that I saw about Lisandro that I thought you guys should also hear about. Why Erik ten Hag is desperate to sign Lisandro Martinez. The Ajax star is renowned for his ball-playing skills and has earned the nickname the Argentine Butcher with his ferocious display. Premier League, they will give a card. Oh, well, if you do that one for Premier League says if you get away your shadow go lean on somebody body, card don't come. So better say. Okay, so there's a story that comes from Malcolm Christie. I don't know if too many of you guys know him, but I know him very well. Played for Derby back in the day. So there's this interview. Injury hell, medical blunders, and false promises broke me. Derby and Borough striker Malcolm Christie went from scoring a winner in front of 70,000 at Old Trafford to not leaving his house. His tale is the dark side of our beautiful game. So I always say that football, the way football is designed and the way the media, especially European media, does their thing is they will hide everything that is negative. Unlike over here where we put all the negative things forward and then hide all the positive. They will hide everything that is negative and wait for the statute of limitation. For like 20 years, they will now bring the story as an exclusive interview. If you know how many people in this same Europe that will say everything is fine, have had bad doctors, bad medical treatment, destroy their career, you'll be shocked. Osimhen is a very good example. Go back to the interview I had with him. A doctor in Germany operated him and did a wrong operation and almost ended his career very early. But God loves him so much, wanted him to break a cycle of poverty, and he was rescued. Thank God for him. Erik ten Hag has hinted that Danny van der Beek could play in an attacking midfield role as the Dutchman looks to revive his Manchester United career, having struggled under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and other coaches. So, if you're a fan or you're following Manchester United, I think this will be nice for you. I've always thought that Van der Beek, anyway, is a player that can play a little bit in the creative space and go forward. So Kalidou Koulibaly will be a Chelsea player today after completing his medical in London, with the Blues striking a £24 million deal with Napoli to replace Antonio Rudiger as the second signing of Todd Boehly's era. I think Todd Boehly is doing a good job. He's doing well. Let's keep it going. Tyrell Malacia is confident his Manchester United move will not harm his chances with Holland after Orange boss Louis van Gaal advised Ajax star Jurriën Timber against Old Trafford switch over lack of guaranteed minutes. Okay, let's see how it will go. Barcelona confirmed the signing of Rafinha from Leeds, subject to a medical, with the Brazil star set to sign a 5-year deal after leaving Chelsea in the launch. That's a good one, Chelsea tried to hijack it from Arsenal, and they got hijacked as well. Okay, pocket pick, the pocket picker that was pocket picking somebody at the junction. Okay, we used to say that in Worry a whole lot. Okay, Xavi tells Barcelona to offload 7 more players in huge summer overhaul. forcing the likes of Neto, Umtiti, Babatunde Braithwaite, and Memphis Depay out of the Camp Nou door. This man is doing things that are stranger. If Pep Guardiola do this now, and I go say na racist too. But because I'm a Pep Guardiola now, it's fine. Everything is good. Right, Stanley takes part in his first Chelsea training section after £50 million move from Manchester City was confirmed as Thomas Tuchel introduced him to his new teammates in Los Angeles, the city of Angel, Lucifer's hometown. Okay? Yes, Lucifer Money Star, that's what I'm talking about. But that's the one I'm talking about. Let's talk about the headlines in Italy and some of the story. Don't forget that Victor Osimhen, Steve Oko, it's been a while. Where have you been? Victor Osimhen have gone back to resume having fun there, laughing, jumping around, and talking about Napoli to Lazio's Francesco Akabi and Manchester's United Eric Bailly. They need a replacement for Kalidou Koulibaly, who has reportedly agreed to join Premier League club Chelsea on a 5-year deal, and they prefer the Korean, okay, to any of the other players that have been mentioned. Roma make inquiries for Atlanta's Luis Muriel and Mario Pasalic. Okay, let's hope that they will get them. Jose Mourinho is building his team too to see if he can break into the top 4 and come back to play in the UEFA Champions League. Inter close to signing Torino defender Bremen. This conversation have been on for the last 6 months. Let's finally end it. Leeds United make new offer for Milan target Charles de Ketelaere. Okay, let's hope that he will choose to play in the Champions League with AC Milan than going to Leeds. But then the lure of the Premier League is also one experience that people want to have. Let's see where he will decide to go. Milan's Rafael Leao wants to see at Manchester City. Jesus Christ. I don't know if you should go to Man City anymore. But then, give AC Milan one more season. Give AC Milan one more season. And then you cannot decide I want to go to Man City. To be a very good one. Stephen Oko, good morning to you as well. Let me see my people on YouTube. Yeah, Eze Patrick. Eze. Okay, good morning, boss. Good morning to you. Akimbola Lanre, Carol, good morning, Idafe. Looking forward to a great show. Yes, the show is going on at a very slow pace, but it's gonna bubble up a little bit. Don't worry. Eze Patrick is looking forward to the Falcons game tonight. Today, hopefully, they keep getting better. And Akimbola Lanre, he says CR7 is a drama king. He should fall in line and join the team's preseason camp. Alarawaju Abdul, he said Arrow VB for me seem overrated. My thought, Arrow VB. Who is Arrow VB again? Arrow VB. Van der Beek. Is that Van der Beek? Okay, I think so. I think it's Van der Beek also. Overrated. Is he really rated? That's the thing. Is he even really? If it's Van der Beek that you're talking about, so is he really rated? I don't know, but maybe tell me who that person you're talking about is. Maybe I'm not sure if he's Van der Beek, but I think he is. Okay, Adijala Foma, I say good morning, boss. Good morning to you. There is hope for Van der Beek. Okay, his career was almost wasted. Now he has the chance to revive it. I hope he takes full advantage of it. I hope so too, because some players don't know when opportunity has been given to them and they don't grab it and then utilize it. Some people are used to being on the ground. They've been knocked down and they just enjoy lying flat on the ground. They might even take a pillow and a blanket and stay on the floor. Okay, I just hope that players like Rashford, Anthony Martial, Van der Beek, who are the players that have been given opportunities now to turn it around, they all come around and turn it well. My only pain is for Greenwood. Okay, I thought that Greenwood was a solid potential that was coming into his place. That was coming into his place when Cristiano Ronaldo was signed. We'll never get the whole story, but I can bet you guys in 20 years or 10 years from now, an interview will be made where that young man would now be older, gone to jail and come back, and will say how the signing of Cristiano Ronaldo destroyed his career. We'll hear this. We'll hear this in the coming years, not now. Still very, very young. And people would say, "Hey, shut up, you didn't do well. Is that why you became a rapist?" Blah, 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 blah. We will say all that thing, but there is always a trigger moment. I always tell people there's always a trigger moment If it didn't happen to you, it doesn't mean it's not happening to other people. Okay, Steve Oko says, I've been around, sir. What's your take on Nigeria versus Cameroon? You know me, I'm biased when it comes to Nigeria. Nigeria will beat Cameroon. That's what I will tell you. There's no other thing. Tony JC, say good day from Dubai. Okay, thank you very much. All these people within Dubai. When I come to Dubai for 2 weeks plus, I don't see all of them now. Yamiti, long time. Mr. Interior. I'm coming to Port Harcourt this weekend, though. He said, good morning, bros. I'm not sure with the age of defender we are signing. Koulibaly is 31 at 33 million, Silva 38, as Miliqueta is 33, and AK2. And Nathaniel Kinos are available. But when I say these things, people say my standards are too high. So sometimes I just try to keep it cool. He said, we are repeating same mistake of buying former player. I agree with you. You're 100%. There's nothing to argue. So yesterday evening, I was talking with some of my friends, like some of my friends in Europe, and we're just joining on this whole transfer thing. And because I was doing research, I'm trying to make prediction for how the season will go. And this is practically the hardest one to research. Because apart from the Premier League where, okay, you know who will win it is Man City, Dortmund, you know, pretending like this is the season where they will do it. It does look like, because there's no arrowhead for Dortmund, and so the whole team will come together and try to work. And then Bayern will also have their own struggle if Lewandowski is leaving or not. Okay, we'll see what happens. I don't think that Sadio Mane would be as good at Bayern like he was at Liverpool. And this is not me. Somebody said I'm hating on Sadio Mane. No, I'm not hating on Sadio Mane. Under Jurgen Klopp, there is not a player, maybe only one. It's not a player that have shown like a million star that have left Liverpool and have gone on to do well, from Felipe Coutinho up until now. So when I say it, I'm not saying it based on hatred. Sorry. People, you guys should look. People are too quick to see hatred and beef and the rest. I love Bayern. I have a contract with Bayern. Okay, they are my partners. I should be wishing them well. But I don't think that, what Sadio Mane did for Liverpool, to match that, it's going to be hard. And that's probably what Bayern have signed with that expectation. But I don't think that's going to happen. It's just like Leroy Sané. The Leroy Sané we saw at Man City, it's not well at Bayern, but it's good. At Man City, it was great. So the same thing will happen, but this time it might even be worse. But let's keep our fingers crossed and see how it goes. But I would be open to hear other people's opinion on that matter. Having said that, Atamrata24 says someone should let Ronaldo know that he is not the same person 5 years ago. He should join the team fast. I don't understand what Ronaldo is doing. And then some people are making excuses for him. And Ronaldo is a big boy. Ronaldo is a big player. Yeah, really? Is he bigger than Manchester United? I don't know. Well, everybody have what they want to argue. So like I said, I was talking to my friends. I was doing analysis and we're trying to like put the pieces together, because I am hoping that this season I'll do a lot of prediction, especially we're trying to create a portal on our website now, www.elevatortv.com, to see, make sure that we have a goal that's just going to be a corner of that play. If you go to the page now, the page is undergoing reconstruction, but you can still listen to the radio there. You now have the home, the radio, about us. That's what used to be there. Now you now have sports, you now have gadget and tech, you now have entertainment and contact us. We're working on it. But before the season will start, we should be there. We should be ready to be putting our stories, doing stuff. And I think that most of my prediction will be on that page, okay, on that website. And while I'm doing this and I'm talking to my guys that, look, I will need your help, I will need you to do this. And we centered on, okay, guy, you know, in this group, you're the one that is always making prediction about how the season will go. You predicted the similar was going to win the league last season, and their closest rival will be Napoli. You predicted Man City will win the league. You know, said all these things that you said, blah, 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 blah. But you also said that Bayern Munich will not win the league, and then they went on to win it. Well, we understand where you're coming from. I like dealing with white people sometimes is easier, you know. It's very, the conversation is always sweet. And Martin Tyler said something in the group, and he said, I think I've followed you closely when we have all this conversation in the last 5 years. You've been spot on, but what do you think is going to happen this season? I said, for the very first, I said, I don't know. I don't know, because, listen, European League is different from the way it used to be. Football is not even the way it used to be, so it's hard to predict. Sometimes you feel like it's a movie. It's no longer football, it's a movie. And I don't know. There's just some things that are not, I don't want to use the word that they are not right, but they are not going the way you expect them to go. So back in the day, football was a little bit, streamlined and stereotyped, sort of. Preseason is preseason. You see these players going to a proper preseason, hiding behind closed door, doing hard work. But this one, I think the players are traveling more than they are training. Okay, today you are in Thailand, tomorrow you're in Melbourne, today you are in Nuremberg, in Germany, the next day you are traveling to Miami and Florida. And, so it doesn't look like preseason anymore. So, because when you do your analysis, you consider a lot of factors. Fatigue. Which club have players that will most likely fatigue? What's the distance that they will travel? How is the fixtures pile-up going to help? So I'm giving that trade secret now. I put all that into concentration. I put a spreadsheet of all their matches that they will play. Some fixtures, like last season, Arsenal was committed to suicide. You can't start a season. Okay, so the expectation was that they were going to beat Brentford. And then immediately they were going to play the world champions and the league defending champion, Chelsea and Man City back to back. So if you win your first game 3 points and then you got bashed. Again, last season was designed to help a team like Spurs win the league. The fixtures last season. If Spurs was a team that have character, that have the semblance of winning league, I would have predicted Spurs to win the league last season because the fixtures just gave them the league like it did in 2016, but they didn't take advantage of it. So when I look at all the fixtures that I've seen, and then the traveling that these teams will make, the players that they've signed, the kind of training preseason that they're having, my dear, it hard. That's why my Calabar brothers will say, Mbo, it hard, Mbo, it hard. Oh, my Benin brother will say, Epa, my easy. Right? This thing is hard. But we will see. We will see. We would, I don't give up. I can't just sit here and just say he had. So because he had, I'm not going to get in on it. I will get in on it, definitely. So the reason why I love you and your analogy is that you keep saying it as it is no wayo. Okay, that's Kuro Sticker at Kuro Godspower on Twitter. Thank you very much for that one. God bless you. Yamiti, he said, I think we should have gone for the likes of Jusconde. I thought that they were going to sign him. And the Ligt was too expensive to replace our defense line. I think we should also replace Jorginho with maybe Frankie de Jong. I also thought the Chelsea should have, like now we're thinking the same way, and a decent striker. That's also the same way I thought. But unfortunately, they decided to go the way that pleased them. Well, we will see. Sometimes they know something that we don't know. So I'm going to keep my fingers crossed. But the way Chelsea are signing their players, they are beginning to make it easy for me to say they might not make the top four. Because that back line, I don't know who's going to marshal who between Silva and Koulibaly. Now, based on the fact that Silva has been here longer, he obviously, and I've worked with Tuchel at Paris Saint-Germain and not here, you would think, okay, it's going to marshal it. How are they going to work? They do come across to me as two Rio Ferdinand. Rio Ferdinand, as good as he was, he likes to use other people to work, like Stevie Kesha as well. Okay, and which is good. So that's not negative point, that which is good. But when you have two people who are going to be leading, turning the soup at the same time in the pot, you just might have a problem because nobody would be pressing on the ball. The two of them are waiting for somebody to go and press, and that might just be those slight split seconds decision might just become a problem. But let's keep our finger crossed. Nobody knows it all. I can't sit here and tell you that I know everything. I know this one's going to happen, or that one is going to happen. But I'm just, adding my 2 cents to the conversation to see how it goes. Let me go back to YouTube and see how the conversation is going over there. I like the YouTube people. Okay. Ufo Madijala, he said all the best to our Super Falcons today. Chooks Adigwe, like that name, Adigwe. So my first name, Murad Adigwe. Guy died. Hey, talk to Lush. Hello, Chi, how you doing? My love. Here's a Patrick, you say, where is Chooks, Pascal, and Ibriton? Ibriton have been, okay, he wasn't feeling fine, and his entire family, they had COVID. And then after that, it's been very, very busy. And once in a while, it pops up. Let's not forget that the timing is also not good. And then when you're recovering from sickness, you need a lot of rest and take a medication and all that. So I think that when the season starts, it will be back with us. Chooks Pascal, I've been away. I was unable to communicate with him. I don't know what happened. Chooks Adigwe, you say, is it Patrick, my man? Okay, that's Chooks Pascal, not Chooks Adigwe. Okay. Ideo, just a change of name. Hope you are following up. Okay, I didn't notice when you make that change, so I didn't see it. Okay, so Armstrong Macaulay. Maybe it's Armstrong, Lance Armstrong. That guy that was nodding head to the breast of Oprah Winfrey that year. Yes, did you kill? Are you the one that killed John F. Kennedy? Yes. Are you the one that bombed 9/11? Yes. Are you the one that? Yes. Now watch the video if you think I'm lying. He was nodding to everything. After he denied, I didn't take drugs. When you see the farfus of Oprah Winfrey, he was already licking his lip. Was imagining, oh God. Feminists will come and attack me now. Well, I don't know. Hey, dangerous. He said top-notch analysis as usual. Bust brain. Okay, so let's go. Armstrong Macaulay said Ronaldo should just play one more season in Manchester and try to win all he can, then retire into movies or try to own a big club. That is why I love Ibrahimovic. That man is just different from others. Okay, Cristiano Ronaldo does not look to me like somebody that will own a football club. Cristiano Ronaldo look to me, and people might interpret this thing differently, but Cristiano Ronaldo looked to me like a very selfish, self-absorbed, self-centered human being. Those kind of people don't own football. He doesn't have a big heart for people. Zlatan Ibrahimovic is different. I don't think Cristiano Ronaldo would really take this money that he made and go and invest in football, knowing fully whether people who own football club end up broke. Cristiano Ronaldo's biggest fear is poverty. He's not going to do that. Nah. He will do hotel business, private jet, travel, logistics, do all those kind of business, showbiz business. But hey, owning a football club is things that people like Neymar would do, not people like Cristiano Ronaldo. Nah. Cristiano Ronaldo is not a community person. If you look at him, you will know he's not a community person. Nah. I just smoke weed. He won't do that. Okay. Is the part okay? Where did I stop? Macaulay Armstrong, that finding. Okay. Is the Patrick say choose? My guy, good to hear from you again. Hope you are good. I don't know how I would have reached out to you. Yeah, so that's true. You guys should try to contact each other on Instagram or Twitter so that it's easy. YouTube does not even give you the opportunity to click on somebody and then reach out to the person. It's very, very funny. Okay, and this is another one. I said, man, you make players look bigger than the club, and that's very, very bad. This is due to the structure they have been operating, and it still does not look like things have changed. The way they signed Cristiano Ronaldo set them up for this. I agree with you 100%. I can't even argue. That's why that time when Ozil, Arteta was kicking Ozil out and Aubameyang, people were talking. I was like, are you really serious? Aubameyang that came in here and couldn't use his goals to lift Arsenal into the top 4 is the one that you guys are making noise about. Arsenal have played with Nicolas Brentner and qualified for Champions League. Adebayor and the rest of them. They qualified for Champions League. You have this one who thinks that is the best thing that's ever happened since Jesus carried cross from Owerri to Calvary, and you think it's above the club. No, I don't like one player. They bigger than club or staff is bigger than company. No, I'm not one of those people. I cannot agree to that. Okay, tactically, Yomiti, I think you are doing the wrong business. So you should go and get a coaching degree and go and work with them, Kuchayuru in Dubai. Yomiti said, I think he will set up with Silva, Koulibaly, and Nathan Ake on a 3-4-3 formation with James, Chilwell, Kovacic, and Kante. Okay, that does look very, very good. And then he said, I agree with pre-season these days with just trying to make money and not really train properly. That's why I like what Antonio Conte is doing with that video of walking his player. Oh boy, he almost walked those guys down. But I mean, that's what you need. We will make the money, but let's really put in the shift. Let's put in the shift so that we don't come into the season and 5 games into the season, you're thinking of sacking a coach because the players really did not get it. And I mean, if I'm paying you that kind of money as players, I will bust your lungs. Open your exhaust pipe and fire. The car needs to run. We need to ride the horse. Some people don't like him, but I think I love what he's doing. Okay. Ufoma Adizala said there is a lot of underground work in football. it is becoming more like a show. The power brokers who determine where the money goes, determine how things should pan out. Okay, and then the Chelsea is doing what they can do right now based on the changes in the backroom staff. There is a lot that have changed since the takeover. I agree with you 100%. I can't argue that, but I think that they shouldn't be signing all these aides, retired pensioners. This is not Juventus. This is Chelsea, and this is the Premier League where the pace is faster. Okay, Tammy Perekabi, I say Chelsea's transfer has just gotten interesting. Olarawaja Abdul, he said, do you really think Ronaldo has made Man United bad, or the problem, or a problem to them, considering that he is their highest goal scorer? You know, when people ask this question, they bring the talk of the highest goal scorer is crap. Cristiano Ronaldo actually made Man United bad, and this is not. I'm not saying it on hindsight. I said it from the very first day they signed it, before I made the first kick of the ball. The team was progressing. So one of the things you have noticed with Manchester United over the last 10 years is that instability. There's no consistency. There is, change of personnel. Just when you think this person wants to settle in, you change and bring somebody else again. Cristiano Ronaldo coming into the team changed the team. And I'm not one of those who talk about, him not pressing from the front. That's not it. The thing is, Cristiano Ronaldo was that kind of player that once you have him, you stop thinking about others. You start believing that he's the Jesus Christ. He's going to unstop deaf ears. He's going to open the eyes of the blind. He's going to heal the paralyzed one. He's going to walk on top of water. He's going to turn 5 loaves of bread and 3 fishes to feed millions of people. So there was no need to focus on other people. If you look, let me use the Bible as an example. If you look at the disciples of Jesus, the 12 disciples of Jesus, considering what Apostle Paul did against what they did, you will notice that because they were working with Jesus, they never felt the need to do anything. And I'm sure Judas Iscariot sold Jesus not because he wanted him to die, because he felt like Jesus was so powerful, he would blind all of them and he would walk away. But, Jesus was not a criminal. He didn't run a criminal enterprise. So it went bad. That's why he went to go and commit suicide. But my point is, when you have a Cristiano Ronaldo on your team, unlike, Paris St-Germain, who have Messi, but are not relying on Messi. They brought in Messi and made Messi understand that, look, this team is not built around you. This is not your Barcelona. This is Mbappe's Paris Saint-Germain. And they even did it worse. When Mbappe wanted to leave, they did everything to keep him. That's to tell Lionel Messi that, look, we have you here and it's good for business. But we're not saying you're the reason why we're going to win anything. And most likely, if we win the Champions League, we're not going to give you the glory. We're going to give that glory to Mbappe, because that's the guy. Even to Neymar, let him know that, no, you can't come from your side America and come here and take our thing. So I think that Manchester United was going the right way. Bruno Fernandes was doing well. Cavani was coming in with his experience and adding value. Greenwood, I keep saying it, that's a young guy that Cristiano Ronaldo came to destroy. Cristiano Ronaldo came in and that boy died completely. So the team was in the right direction. Pogba again, I found his verb, was, connecting well with Bruno Fernandes. And then as soon as he came in, Bruno Fernandes shut down. Greenwood shut down. Everybody. If you watch the games, you notice that every ball, make sure the whole angle of their play, their network of play is find Cristiano Ronaldo. I don't care if he's pressing from the front. But once that system changed, it was easy to find him out. I remember talking about him scoring 18 goals in the league. Think about it. He scored hat-trick in 2 games, and then about 8 other games, he scored the other goals. So what happened to the other matches? So it's not like he was scoring every game and putting them in the front burner. The fact is, everybody felt like, okay, our God have come. Come and do the thing. Unfortunately, it didn't work like that, because football, there's no I in team. It's a team game. It's everybody's job. And that's where I think they got it wrong. Okay? But hey, let's see how it goes. Keudofia say obviously is going to set up with 3, but what happens when one of the Silva or Koulibaly gets injured? Where is the backup for any of those? And then it will revert to back 2, and they will still have a problem anyway. Your question is very, very valid. Never talk about it like that, but very, very valid as well. And my own is that they are too old. And then Netaneke, who's a young guy, is error prone. His positional discipline is not pitch perfect. So that again is a problem in on itself. But I just hope he gets he gets his actions right, and then the club, find the right type of players to do it. Chelsea is still a big club. I don't think I expect Chelsea to fall down and go out of the top 4 like that. It's hard to even mention them in that conversation. But hey, it is what it is. If that happens, that happens. There's nothing anybody can do. Alaraja Abdul, he said, same way people said he retarded Juve while there, but was scoring all the goals to the credit of the club. But then he made it impossible for a player like Paulo Dybala to improve. Look at Paulo Dybala pre-Cristiano Ronaldo and look at Paulo Dybala right now. So you would understand. You cannot be doing a project that is meant to grow your team and then you go and bring all this eight player. That's the thing with Chelsea now that is bothering me that I don't think I'm comfortable with. But let's keep our fingers crossed and see where it leads. Okay. I can't sit here and tell you that I know everything. No, I don't. There are still some things that you think you know, but you end up not even being sure. Okay, so let's see. I go, but I know he retarded Juventus, and Juventus are taking time to dig themselves out of that hole. As a part says Chelsea play a three-man defense, so I think Thiago Silva will still be the holding point. Then Koulibaly and Chalobah marshalling on the side. Okay, which are the very, very best. As Nepa decided to do the things that they know how to do. Tammy Perekebi, I say Man City still far above Chelsea. Something defensive. They need to add more to midfield or attack. Chike Ayalogu, lovely name. He said, have you thought about getting a coaching badge before? I like it when you analyze games and the sport. I got a coaching badge. I have a UEFA C license as far back as 2002. As far back as 2002, before some of all these guys you guys call coaches begin to coach, I've had a UEFA C license. I just didn't push it further because at some point I just told myself the dream was to go coach at the national level, coach on the 17, coach club, change the dynamics of football in Nigeria. But when I came into the system, I realized that it's not necessary. I've had my coaching badge since way back. Way back. Okay, so. And it doesn't tickle my fancy anymore, and it's not really one of those things that I wake up, oh, I want to go. Not anymore. I used to like we used to really think about, oh, I want to coach, I want to do this, but I'm not there anymore. That time is that time don't pass. Now I'm an entrepreneur. Let me focus on making money and growing this business, but beyond that, changing Nigerian football. I still think that I can change Nigerian football. That's something that I believe without a shadow of that. There's one thing that I believe the most is the fact that I know I can change Nigerian football. I can make it happen. Okay, so I'm just pulling the pieces together. They are aligning gradually. Changing the way media sees things. When we move from that, we'll move again into league administration and see how clubs are run properly. But coaching, I'm not going there anymore. Sorry, I'm sorry, but I'm not going there anymore. Okay, Armstrong Macaulay, he said, not be me kill them, oh, I'm just a that's not fun. I like, nothing is as sweet as reading Pidgin English. Have you ever tried reading a story in Pidgin? It's just sweet. I don't know, but it's just sweet. Okay, let's go over to Instagram. Let's see the story there. So Vicky, he said, Elevated, this your analogy was the reason Argentina was not winning anything. They see Messi as the Messiah. Players like Aguero, Higuaín, Dybala, Tevez, Di Maria, etc. leave everything on Messi's shoulder. I agree with you, especially in 2014. Jesus Christ, that game should have been wrapped up since Higuaín with the frog belly, oh God. God forgive, but Germany, congratulations to Germany. Meanwhile, other players compliment Messi effort in Barcelona then, which they were using as a yardstick. I agree with you 100%. I can't even argue that one at all. Let me read that story again. Armstrong Macaulay. He said, not me kill them. I'm just a diehard stuff. I love it. Thank you very much. Okay, Akimbola Larry, why did you withdraw the story now? The message you wrote. There's a Patrick say Conte can kill people, husbands. Okay. I beg that training, they pay them, they work. The footballers are getting too lazy and it's annoying. Okay. Atula Johnson. Are you for worry? It's a guy they call Atula that year. Chelsea just need a young, vibrant central defender and a good striker. Then the team is good to go. But I still think that you still need another person to lead Mason Mount. Mason Mount is good, though. He's the club badge, he's the club poster boy, but he's still young. People like them, Kevin De Bruyne go bully him. Some other senior players go bully him. So you need a senior player in that position to anchor it. And then somebody will say, but Arsenal don't get those senior players. Arsenal have a gang of small boys. we're ready to put pan for senior man body. Okay, and that's a different one. But Benzema need a senior to hold his hand and lead him through the line. Just the same way Thiago Silva led that defense to win the Champions League. Okay, Akimola Larry said, Bossman, between Peter Schumacher and Olivier Kahn, who was greater in their heydays? Olivier Kahn, any day, anytime, any day. Olivier Kahn will go play penalty shootout with 7-year-old children. He catch all the 14 penalties. He never let the score one go. It was Olivier Kahn. It was Olivier Kahn because, I mean, make no mistake about it, Peter Schumacher is a great goalkeeper. I'm not taking anything away from him, but Olivier Kahn, Jesus Christ, man, that guy's a beast too. Here's a Patrick. He said, I remember you and Carragher said same thing about Ronaldo. I'm sure my colleague said, Elevator One, I love your show. Please use your power to beg us Arsenal board to sign us a good central midfielder and wide forward. Okay, so Arsenal is doing well. I think there's nothing to beg Arsenal for. Arsenal have done the major signing that they need to do. They still have about 3 to 4 players to sign. But before they will do that, they have 7 players that they need to go. Maitland-Niles, Hector Bellerin, Lucas Torreira, possibly Granit Xhaka. If they don't let him go, well, that's it. But I hope they let him go. That's Malokosu Legbere, Nicolas Yaya Sanogo Pepe, and there's 2 other players. Balogun Falari will go on loan, and then one other guy. Okay, Chambers also. So they need to now. They are the place where players must go before new ones will come. But then Ben Leno too. Players must go. Ben Leno hopefully will go to Fulham for 10 million, and a few other ones. Those ones needs to go because if they don't go and the window close and you sign maybe 3 more, you're going to be paying all these players. So the whole purpose of reducing the wage bill is not defeated, and you cannot just terminate everybody's contract, right? Because some players will say, okay, we're not that club, we don't want to be free agent, we just want to be earning the money, we'll train with the under 23. That's where they are right now. But I'm hopeful they will get those 2 plus another one before the close of the season. Last minute, some of these players will be rushed out of the door. Another what I do is say, or one can also say, maybe those around him did not pull their weight enough to complement his effort. Over dependent on him has made the team bad than they were before he joined. Look at Zlatan. So leadership is different. Leadership is by influence. Anybody you can influence your leading. When Zlatan came to the team was also going through this type of terrible patches. And then Zlatan came in, and Zlatan became fresh. You could see the camaraderie between Zlatan and Pogba, the camaraderie between Zlatan and the other players. When Cristiano Ronaldo came, Cristiano Ronaldo, obviously from his body language, his relationship with the team, you could tell that Cristiano Ronaldo is letting everybody know that I'm not on your level. Play the damn ball and give it to me. It's a different thing. Zlatan Ibrahimovic wanted the team to win more than he wanted to win. Zlatan Ibrahimovic didn't come and became the highest goal scorer of the team. But the team won the Europa and won the League Cup. Cristiano Ronaldo was all about himself. It was just obvious. It was clear. It's just that, I understand. Cristiano Ronaldo is so loved that it is hard to criticize him. But this is not me criticizing Cristiano Ronaldo. This is me saying the problem at Manchester United. They didn't need him at the time. That's just it. Chika Ayalo will say, amazing. Wow, you have blown my mind. Divine Tokyo say, boss, you sure say you no go create WhatsApp group for us to do what? Explain why you need that WhatsApp group, and then I'll think of creating it. But I have a WhatsApp group where I have great minds, but unfortunately I can't add anybody to it. Now, I wish I could create a WhatsApp group, but my problem with creating a WhatsApp group is people are hard to control. The most difficult creation to control is human being. Even God couldn't handle only 2 people, the Garden of Eden. Right? So it's not as easy. You see, before you know, people start posting pornography, posting things that you know, start talking about pornography. You see somebody already telling us that they have naked is the SYZ, find love in your city. We don't want to find love. We're already loved. Get out. Okay? That's just the thing about creating WhatsApp group. It's not just to create WhatsApp group, but you think about the inherent abuse that comes in. All the time I always wonder how the Elegote TV family group have been so amazing. Like, those guys are the best people you could ever circle with on the planet. Great guys. Okay, Divine said to keep the family interaction going, but yes, people can't be hard to control. So that's a very, very difficult one to do. I would have loved to do it, but no. So let me go to WhatsApp. I've talked blind eyes on WhatsApp for a while. This one is coming from Sheryl, my guy. Sheryl from Opik. He said, "Good morning, bro. For today's game, because of the physicality in African football, I will not start Ifeoma Onumono against Cameroon today. I will go for Monday Gift and Ajibade and Uche and Kano because I believe these guys can't cope with the physicality of the Cameroonian." Okay, I agree with you on that one. I just hope that Randy Wardrum, who already knows that there are people who don't so actually they wait for a failure so that they will celebrate, would listen and do. Good morning, boss. Wishing the Falcons all the best today. Can we finally say Chelsea have replaced Hazard in Raheem Sterling? That is left to be seen, but Raheem Sterling does look to me like his statistics are better than Hazard. You guys know I don't like Hazard anyway, so it's hard. But not replaced. Sterling is going to be his own man. Hazard is his own man. So Vicky, create it and inform people the rule. A deviant should be removed. No, I'm not creating. No. You, Vicky, now you go first scatter the group. And when I go remove you, you can't latch on the fact that me and you are friends. If they talk anything about Chelsea, you lose rope. You insult people. You will go on Facebook, they go insult the other way with your guy. Nah. You know, as the creative WhatsApp group, the left person they lose first. I said truly they didn't need him at the time, but do you think they would have allowed him join a rival team that have toppled them in recent years? The answer is no. It was a reunion that was needed. Hello, there was no rival team that needed Cristiano Ronaldo. It was just this same gimmick now where a own team they do, but this time nobody they buy him. Say Chelsea one time, some people want to pay 200 and something million. Now the same thing, now the same gimmick they do. Manchester United were scammed. There's no. Man City does not need Cristiano Ronaldo. They never needed him. There was no space for him at Man City. Let's be very, very honest about this. Who they needed. How much they bid for him? Who bid for him? It's simply when you see Man City pursue Harry Kane, you know there was a need for a player. When you see them pursue what's it called? Grealish, you saw the need. When you see them pursue Haaland, before anybody could say anything, they don't even sort out the transfer. Come in. So Vicky, he said, I didn't pay fine for my attitude against Jalio. I don't care whether you pay for it or not. No, I'm not setting a group. No way. Okay, good morning, Elegote One. I'm wishing the Super Falcons of Nigeria a win tonight. I'm also confident of a win. Once we win today, that cup, it's on our hand already, Sha. I hope so. Also, what's your thoughts on educate to Hertha Berlin? This is not the fate of our Nigerian players. We go to below bottom 10 clubs and hope that we can rise from there. Okay. Educate is talented. Once again, that's another Okocha kind of conversation. He's highly talented. But I think the talent is not deployed properly. You say to yourself, like, player with this much skills, this much abundance of skill should be playing in certain kind of way, but he is not. So it's not about Hertha Berlin, it's about the player himself. He needs to raise his game to a certain level that will make the top club, the Champions League club, look for him. Unfortunately, the days where one player tries to dribble 5 people is long gone. It's forgotten. It's yesterday's story. Nobody wants to see you dribble 5 players again, unless you're Lionel Messi. So, how many contribution at least to goal is what you'll be judged by. If you go and check his stats, it doesn't really look as attractive as you think. So those are some of the things you want to look at, and then you see how it's good. Saviki said Pep is very strategic in buying players. Yomiti, a Saudi Arabian team are willing to pay for 2 years. I know, I saw it there, but what's the name of the team? What's the name of the team? Could that not be just his team, Cristiano Ronaldo's team putting that? They didn't put the name. There's not unknown Saudi Arabian team. Somebody's bidding 250 million or so, and the tag is unknown. Now, well done. I've been in the media long enough to know when something is sponsored and when something is real. Okay, so I don't know. Happy belated birthday to Emmanuel Sebastian from Ibrahim in Ikorodu. Emmanuel Sebastian, you see, getting all the joy for your birthday yesterday with my son as well. Shaibu Salamu Karim said, good morning, boss. I did get joy if I did listen to you any day and anytime. Thank you very much. Yes, Van der Beek. I mean, Donny van der Beek. So when I saw Arrow, I was confused. It's Donny van der Beek. Right, I've come to the end of the show today. I'm going to read this one. This one is coming from Isaiah in Moshi Bros. Good morning. How do you deal with people who troll you? Because I can't handle it myself, and I'm doing a few things on social media, and I'm thinking of packing up. You're not ready. You're not convinced about it in the first place. If you see, so it's good and bad, right? There's gonna be bad people. You're not doing what you're doing because you want people to like you. You're doing what you're doing because one, you want to improve at what you're doing, and then you want to be the best. Your first customer is yourself. Do you like what you're doing? Do you enjoy what you're doing? If you enjoy it, then do it. See, now when I do live stream, I see people 10, 20, 25 people on my live stream. Do you know how long I did this same live stream, and I was having only one person? And I still get people who insult me and say, you that do live stream and only 2 people will be there on it. So do it for you. Okay? Do it for you. And if you live in Mushin, I'm not saying that everybody that is in Mushin is a thug and all that. But if you live in Mushin, you should have a little bit of a tough skin that should be able to make you realize that, you're not fit. If people in real life cannot knock you down, why are you bothering about people on social media? I'm not saying, this is not me saying that online trolling is okay and you can, you should ignore it. But what I'm saying is, if it is something you really love, you will keep doing it. Eventually, it will catch up. People took a bet that this was not going to last. I remember people took a bet that it was not going to last. People will call my producer and tell him that you don't waste your time following this guy. It's not going to take more than a year or 6 months, 18 months time. It will shut down. It will run out of supply. It will run out of money. Blah, blah, blah. It was a whole lot of bets. Okay, but we see where we are. We're just starting. So if you believe in that much, I don't know what you're doing on the social media space. People would see, no matter what you post. That's what I know. I posted that I lost my mom, and somebody said, "Good for you." I went on air on the day my mother died in Brilla FM, and somebody said, "It's my stupid analysis that made God to kill my mother." So I don't think anybody's been trolled like I have been trolled. I've been set us up. People have written letters to the owner of the station I was working with before, in Brilla FM, to scare me fire because I predicted that Man United will go 10 years without winning a league title. 10 years now. This was in 2013 November 3rd or 4th. Okay? So I'm just telling you that, listen, if you believe in what you're doing, keep it going. 2 years ago, I told the guy that I would do a podcast. I will have people like Sunday Lisa, ex-Super Eagles class of 94. And he categorically looked me in the face like this, looked me in the eye, and he said, Edafe, you too, they overrate yourself. You're not going to fit. And, I look at that person like he's a bros, like a senior bros, okay? Like he's supposed to give me advice. I wasn't ever asking him for money. He just looked me in the face and I said, Edafe. It's a journalist, senior journalist. So he said, Edafe, you overrate yourself too much. You're not going to fit. This idea where you get to, you're not going to fit. So it's just 2 years ago. Have I not started the podcast? Not only have I started the podcast, I even have another ex-footballer as my co-anchor. Live. So don't treat people throw you on social media. You know how many people don't look me in the face like this, say, Edafe, you show yourself. We took one camera, we're covering the Lagos State FA Cup in 2018. And instead of getting support and praise, people in the media were saying that I am so jobless, I don't know what to do now. Small children and grassroots football they cover. Meanwhile, those are the same people that will run to Sheyaki with me and they're shouting baba, 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 baba. I don't know Sheyaki with me house. I don't need to. I do my job and I get out. So I'm just telling you, people will say all sort of things to you, but where's your mind? Where's your heart focused on? Is this what you want to do? You think all these footballers that you love, people don't say shit about them. But they buckle up and go do their thing. I know the difference is that they get paid, but before they even got paid, people also say shit about them. Like this one, you go, you don't know book, nothing good can come out of you. We had all those things. So just believe, work hard, and then the result will shut the mouth of the people that are talking about it. That's the only thing I can advise you, my brother from Isaiah from Mushi. There's nothing more. I think if you believe in what you do so much, the right people will come around you and they will push you to the next level. Well, guys, this is where we come to the end of the show today. Armstrong Macaulay, he said, if to say Ateta and Edu get mine, sign Osimhen and Jesus together, or more things for Apple for England, or jokes apart. We fit no win the league, but we for do well. Make them sell pepper to Abia. Jesus Christ. You are evil. I'm sorry, Macaulay, I can bet my life see you be worry boy. I worry people get this kind of audacity, this kind of voodoo. Maguire is a good example. Yeah. People will troll you. Come on. Even people where they're successful like them, Jose Mourinho and Pep, they troll them. They yab them anyhow. Come on, guy, calm down. What a way to end the show. Yes, it's time to go. My name is Edafe. Matthew Esogene. Yeah, the Attorney One of Sports. Elevator One of Sports. That's what you guys love to come, right? And I love it. Okay? This is Elevator TV Radio. Sports Buffet. It's time to sign out. Thank you very much. Arrivederci. Aha. Okay, namaste. That's my other people who say it. It's time to go now. Bye-bye.
Hey, this is Lady Gaga. What's up, y'all? I'm Beyonce. This is Mason Jackson. It's your boy, Baby Bash. Hey, this is Justin Bieber. Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Kelly Clarkson. Hey, what's up? This is 50 Cent.